What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from the Tree House Brewing Company, and they're out of Charlton, Massachusetts, and this is their Very Hazy. So they're calling this one an American Double IPA that comes in at 8.6% alcohol by volume, 80 IBUs. At the time of review, this can is approximately 6 weeks old. So Very Hazy, this is basically their Haze on steroids, so to speak. I really like Haze from them. I've mentioned this in my Very Green review. When it comes to their regular rotational offerings, I'm basically hashtag team doppelganger, hashtag team alter ego. Although I do like Haze, I do like Green, I do like Julius. Those two are my favorite. But I really enjoyed Haze when I had it. I think I gave it like a 4.5 out of 5 on tap, so I really enjoy Haze. So Very Hazy, yeah. Just like a beefed up version of that beer. So hopefully I enjoy it. There's a spiel on the back that I'll read after reviewing because I don't want to be influenced at all by like their tasting notes. I just checked it real quick to see if there's anything about hops, but not really. They didn't really say much. So let's get it into the hashtag proper glassware and see what we got going on. So this is pouring out kind of like Very Green, but not as, I don't think as vibrant as Very Green. We'll see though. See how this looks. Yeah, kind of like that. It's darker. I think it's even darker than Very Green. I don't know. On camera, it's going to look different, but it probably looks dark on camera. In person, yeah, it has like this dark orange color, like honey orange color. Has about a finger and a half of this really compact, creamy looking head that's kind of like move it around and it just doesn't go anywhere. That looks fantastic. So can't hate on the looks at all, I don't think. Let's get a nose. Huh. So the first couple of whiffs, I didn't get much. I'm getting now like a candied, like peach candied mango, something like that. Sweeter, stone fruits. A little bit of like a lemon lime thing. Yeah, I would pretty much stick with candied peach, candied mango. There's a little bit of like a floral aspect to it. The nose seems kind of dull. 6 weeks old. The Very Green was 6 weeks old, and fucking spoilers, fantastic. So this has 6 weeks old. The nose isn't as vibrant. It's not as boisterous. It's definitely leaning towards the sweet side of things, but outside that floral aspect, I'm not really getting like a big dank quality or an herbaceousness or like an earthy quality. It's more of those sweeter candied stone fruits with a little bit of citrus. Doesn't smell bad. It just doesn't smell all that intense. I want to get into it, so cheers, everyone. It's funny because I recently reviewed their Very Green, and that was a lot of fun. Oh my lord, what is that aftertaste? That is fantastic, whatever that aftertaste is. Holy shit. That aftertaste is fucking spectacular. Wow. Like the first 3/4 of the palate, I was like, oh, this is pretty solid. I'm going to need to sit here and probably take a couple more sips to specify what I'm tasting here. Let's go with body and mouthfeel first because it's Tree House and it's really easy to get that out of the way. Body, kind of like Very Green. It's like higher side of medium body. Let you know, it's close to 9%. The mouthfeel, it's Tree House. It's soft, it's smooth, it's creamy. It's the one thing I've always said about Tree House beers, and I've had like, 25 plus at this point. You know that when you get a Tree House beer, the mouthfeel's probably not going to let you down. The body of the mouthfeel is probably not going to let you down. Even if the beer, as far as like the taste goes, maybe it doesn't wow you, maybe it doesn't blow you away, but you're pretty confident that the body and mouthfeel are going to be fucking spectacular, right? So yeah, body and mouthfeel, what I expect. The taste though, at the forefront, I'm getting that like candied, I would say more of like a candied mango, like a sweeter mango. Like you took a mango and you sprinkled some sugar on it, but like a candied mango, candied peach. Passed through the palate, this actually has a nice dank, herbaceous, almost floral quality, middle of the palate. Because in the front of the palate, I'm getting that candied, stone fruit character, but then that comes in and is like, hey, slow down. We got other stuff we're introducing. But then it finishes with this really nice, over-ripened, like, it's like you took a papaya and a honeydew that were over-ripened, very sweet, and like mix them together in a fruit bowl. And that's what I'm getting on the back end. And it's superb. Like the finish is immaculate. It's like one of the better finishes I've had on a beer in a long time. I cannot stress enough how much the finish impacts my feelings about this beer because, like I said, the first 75% of the palate, it's solid. It's really good, right? Like I enjoy it. But that finish bumps it up a notch it's crazy. And it's because that finish is the lingering flavor on my palate. So sitting there with like a sticky sweet honeydew melon and papaya type of tasting note is fucking just awesome. This has a mild bitterness. It has a mild dryness. It has a touch of a hop burn, more so than the Very Green. So I feel like this 1, 2, 3 weeks old, probably the hop burn is pretty big on it. But again, that's just a guess. A lot of times I've had a beer that's like, a couple days old that has, a mild to moderate hop burn, and then, 5 or 6 weeks later has the exact same mild hop burn and it just doesn't go anywhere. So maybe this, throughout the course of after it's brewed, maybe that just mild hop burn kind of sticks with it the entire way. I don't know, because I didn't drink this, a week old or anything. 8.6%, just like the Very Green, you can tell it's a bigger beer, body, mouthfeel, flavors, but I don't taste it on my palate. So that's nice. Shout out to trains going by. That's the first time a train has went by in a review on the Beer PaTroll since I came back, and I kind of miss the train. I hear it. I like it. Sometimes the conductor will go crazy and just, you'll hear it like 7 times in a minute. He's done it about 2 times in 30 seconds. I don't know if you'll hear it because, I got the lavalier mic, but he just did it now a 3rd time in like 30 seconds. I don't know. Anyway, this is a fucking delicious beer. It's not as good as Very Green, but it's pretty close. I would say without that finish, this beer is like a 4 out of 5. With that finish, I'm going to have to give a Very Hazy from Tree House. I'm going to give 4.5 out of 5. I reviewed Summer from them. I've had their 3 that I reviewed over at No Hype Beer Review channel. Kyle, good friend of mine, fellow beer tuber, check out his stuff. Both of those beers, I don't want to say kind of missed the mark, but they weren't anything special. I think I gave Summer a 3.85. I gave 3, I think like a 3.75. But with Very Green and Very Hazy, Tree House has quickly won me back. And these beers are fucking delicious, next level. So 4.5 out of 5 for Very Hazy. Before we get into price and availability, let me read the back here. I don't want to read this in the beginning. It says, we are excited that you are holding the ultimate double IPA from Tree House Brewing Company, Very Hazy. Oh, the ultimate double IPA. Very Hazy conveys all the beautiful flavors of haze, but with an even greater depth, potency, and hop intensity. I'd agree with that. In short, it contains the most liberal application of our hops in our history, A pungent citra juice aroma primes the senses for the intense flavors to follow. I wouldn't say necessarily for me like a pungent citrus juice would be the thing that I would say the nose was, but the nose was kind of muted for me. It says we taste ripe peach nectar. So that, like, I kind of agree with that. That's like the peach mango, like, gummy rings, not gummy rings, but just like very sweet up front. Pulpy orange juice didn't really get in a melange of tropical fruit. That's where I guess the honeydew and the papaya comes from. Juice, just the right amount of bitterness graces the palate. I would agree with that. While a sensual mouthfeel makes you easily forget this one clocked in the 8.6 ABV. Yeah, the only thing that I can tell you it's 8.6 is actually the body of mouthfeel. A beautiful and unapologetic mess of a beer, and one we are most pleased to share with you. Enjoy. I did Tree House, 4.5 out of 5. I enjoyed the shit out of this one. Man, that finish is fucking killer. Now I'm getting like almost like a tropical juice on the back end. I mean, the fucking finish bumps this up like a half point for me. That's how intense the finish is and how delicious it is. So, price and availability on this one. Price point, $20 for 4-pack, I believe. I got it in a mixed case, and it was about $5 a can, so same price point. Yeah, all day, every day. Availability, it's Tree House. You got to get it at the brewery. They have like 5 different locations. I think 4 within Massachusetts. You got 1 in Connecticut. So if you're ever in the Massachusetts area, in Connecticut, make it. I feel like you're obligated, if you love craft beer and you've never had Tree House, to try them out, because they're a different breed. Some of their stuff is hit and miss for me, but when they hit, they fucking hit. And Very Green and Very Hazy, they totally hit. So if you've had this one before, if you've had Haze, if you've had, I also have Very Hazy. I have that one that I will be reviewing with the guys from FLX Beer Reviews, Dan and Mike. I'm curious to see how that one is compared to this one. I can't imagine it'd be much better, but if it is, watch out, because that'll be a fucking top-notch, world-class beer. Anyway, appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. To the next one. Cheers.